Fictional characters that inspire me, part 12. Now we're going for Dante from Devil May Cry, the absolute goat. I pulled up my jacket for this shit specifically, my fucking trench coat. I ain't got a red one. El Dante, el exterminador de demonios.
What the hell is this?
So what can I say about Dante that hasn't been said? Okay, the guy's an absolute goat, first of all. First and foremost, one of the best video game characters ever, and one of my absolute favourite, if not my favourite video game characters ever. I mean, let's be honest as well, Dante just solos more verses. Like that one there, absolutely solos that one. This person, yeah, they're dead. That one there, also probably dead. There are a lot of versions of him. He changes outfit pretty much every game. And he pretty much just looks sick in all of them. Somewhere he's got absolute drip. Like Devil May Cry 1, 2 and 4. And in 3 and 5, he just looks a bit homeless, if we're being honest. You know how I mentioned drip? He also transforms into all this shit here as well. The guy's just a really cool character all around, like genuinely. He's a good laugh. He looks cool. He's super strong. He gets shit done and he has fun doing it. He's always taunting his enemies like in scenes like this.
Easy, Fido. How about I take you out for a walk? Come on, puppy. Let's go.
You know, he just never takes life too seriously, even in the midst of battle. You know, he's always taking the piss out of his enemies. But genuinely though, the guy is insanely strong. Like, look at this scene in Devil May Cry 3, one of my favourite scenes, where he chases his sword down like a massive building. And he literally enters the atmosphere of how quick he's going. And he runs after that shit and he catches it. Not to mention that in the first Devil May Cry game, he literally travelled through space and time at insane speeds fighting Mundus. I know it wasn't actual space, it was actually a pocket dimension, which is a lot more insane, because that means that Mundus created a pocket dimension intentionally just to fight Dante, which means he created an infinite space just to fight this one guy. That's how insanely strong he is. Going on to some of my favourite things about Dante is the fact that he's got a heart. You know, the guy is a really kind-hearted guy deep down. Again, with a lot of these characters, at first you might think he's a bit of a prick, you might think he's arrogant, you might think he's not a very good person, you might think he's a bit self-centered, you might think he doesn't give a shit about anyone. But he does care. He shows a lot of care throughout the whole series. The game's called Devil May Cry because the motherfucker cries in quite a few of the games, quite literally. But I mean, because he lost a loved one or whatever. Speaking about losing loved ones, he loses everyone. Yeah, he's still like quite a bright, cheerful guy who wants to help people. And of course, we've got to talk about physique again. You know, I like to bring up the physique. He's looking pretty decent, to be fair. To be honest, you don't really get to see much of it. You only get to see it in 3. And a little bit in the newest animated series they're going to bring out. It's another thing to bring up. One of my favourite things about Devil May Cry and Dante as a character is that in pretty much all of his games, he gets impaled by his own sword at least once. In the first game, it happens twice. Once at the beginning and then once a couple hours in when you get a new weapon. But anyways, I'm going to stop waffling now. I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about related to Dante. If you've made it all the way through this, I appreciate it. It's probably going to be one of my longer ones because it's one of my favourite characters and one of my favourite games. So I have a lot to talk about. And I'll see you in the next one. Stick around for more.